first I am going to show you what I did with my pernil. I bought like a 6-7 pound pernil because I'm not going to make that many. And what I did was I took it off the bone. It's a little, tedious to take it off the bone, but you can do it. And I got all these big chunks. And the reason I did this is because right now I'm going to put it in some boiling water with a little salt. And then it makes it easier to cut when it's a little bit cooked. So I cook it for about 20 minutes. And then I save that water. And then I'll show you how I cut it up. The meat has been boiling for 20 minutes. So now I'll just take it out, put it on a platter, and let it cool for a while. And then I'll start cutting it up. After the pork has cooled down, I started cutting it up and into little chunks. And it looks like this. Try to get them all the same size. And it was so easy to cut because the meat is semi-cooked. I left a little piece here to show you how I cut it up. Okay, let me move this back a little. Okay. What I do is I cut some slices off the meat like that. See, it's still very raw inside. And that's what you want. Because if you cooked it too much to get it parboiled, then it will turn to mush when you're really cooking it with all the spices. Okay, so what I do is like little cubes like this. And see how easy it is to cut when it's cooked? Like that. Like that. And cutting up the whole thing, it took me less than 20 minutes. It's a fast process. You put the meat in there. I'll continue cutting this, but let me show you another thing here. I like to put the pork skin in. This is my favorite part in a pastel when I find little pieces of this. What I do is I take most of the fat out. And how easy it is. If this wasn't cooked, forget it. And you throw that out. And you do the same thing. Cut it into little squares. Be sure they're smaller squares. These you have to do one by one because even though it is cooked, it's still slippery. And you don't want to cut yourself. Like that. I love this in the pastel. And if you don't like the skin, it's optional. You don't have to put it in. It's all up to you. You make the recipe your own. Especially for those who are watching their cholesterol. See? And that's it. We'll put everything together now. And I'll finish off chopping up these 2 slices. And then I'll show you the how I prepare my meat and show you all the condiments you need. One thing I wanted to show you, where I boiled the pork, I told you to save that water. I'm going to show you what it looks like. So you have a pork broth. And what I did was I strained it because it has little residue. And that's where I'm going to cook my pork. Okay, be right back. Let's start seasoning our pork. First, I'm going to use my 10-spice blend. And remember that this has everything in it. Like It has onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, black pepper, ginger, turmeric, cumin, oregano, rosemary, thyme. Name it, it's in there. Okay. Let's mix that in. That was about a tablespoon, I would say, of the seasoning. You eyeball it according to how much meat you have. Now remember that it doesn't have salt, so you add salt to taste. There, like that. That's about like half a teaspoon of salt. Now I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of sofrito. I'll leave you the link below so you can make this sofrito. 2 tablespoons of that. And about 1 tablespoon of my garlic cilantro paste. Now let's mix that in there. Everything's simple. I simplify anything. With a 10-spice blend, you don't have to be looking for 5 or 6 little jars of seasonings. It's all in there. I'm all about simple and fast. Okay, now we can add our tomato sauce. Oops. Okay, I'm going to add the whole can. A whole can of tomato sauce, 8 ounce. Let's mix that up. Starting to smell good. Okay. And now we'll add a tablespoon and a half of my annatto oil. That's also, I'll leave you the link below so you can make it. Okay. All that's mixed in there. Now let's take this pot to the stove and start sauteing our meat. My pork has been sauteing for about 3 minutes. And now it's time to put in some water. I'm adding 4 cups of water. I think I'm going to add 1 more cup. Okay, 5 cups of water. There you go. Because I'm going to need the water for something else. I need the extra water. And now it's time to put in our cilantro. See what I did to the cilantro? I tied it up because it'll be easy to take it out instead of searching for all the stems later on. So I learned to do this. Okay, now we're gonna cover this up and let it boil for about half an hour. Then we'll be back. It's been 30 minutes. Let's see how our meat is doing. Oh my goodness, this smells wonderful. In my head, the whole house smells like pasteles already. Okay, now let's remove the cilantro that I tied up. See how easy it is to take that out? We'll take that out. And now I have 2 more ingredients, which I didn't tell you in the beginning because these are optional. So the optional ingredients I always tell you at the end of my videos. I have here half a cup of roasted red peppers, red and yellow peppers, which I love. So I'm gonna add that in now. And I have here about 25 olives. They're stuffed olives. So I'm going to add them now. And I'm going to let that cook for another 2 minutes. And after 2 minutes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drain like 2 cups of the liquid because I need it for later use. So that's it. This is the pork filling for pasteles or anything else you want to fill. But this is it. So now I'm going to decide what kind of pasteles I'm going to make. It could be yuca pasteles, green banana pasteles, or rice pasteles. So I'll see you later when I make up my mind. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And better than that, you can subscribe to my channel. And most importantly, let me have your comments. I'll leave you the links below for the garlic paste, garlic cilantro paste, for the sofrito paste, for the achote, and my 10 spice blend. Until next time, God bless.